And for those who had listened to the show, they got exactly what that meant. But there are some people probably had seen this shared from in their other socials and they're like, okay, here's an idea to talk about. So I'm gonna go through some of these, for the next little bit here. We may not make it through all of them. Okay, so this first one here, UX design and why it's important.
Great. UX design, totally important.
Totally important. Miranda Himes, we appreciate the thought there.
Yes.
UX is important. We both agree. My brother's a UX designer.
Is that right?
He is.
Where?
In Seattle. I can't remember the name. He works, I think, for some like random newspaper or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Like a media.
Yeah.
Like a couple things.
We know a lot of UX designers, actually.
That's true.
We love them.
And we critique lots of websites for having bad UX.
Yes. I would say e-commerce UX. Like if I was going to make a new career for myself, it would be like UX optimization in e-commerce because I've learned so much just on this podcast, like checking out.
Do you know, I wish I could be, if I was a little wealthier and I could like afford to do this, a UX for restaurants. I feel like I go into restaurants all the time and I'm like,
For like menu design?
not even menu design. It's like customer experience. It's like, you're doing it wrong. Like you have too many things in your menu. First off, like you don't understand your aesthetic. Like you don't know what is going to pull people in. Like you don't have a good strategy to like get people to come back. Like all these things. I feel like if I could sit down with dozens of restaurant owners, I could give them all sorts of insights.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun and like, so because I've been to these restaurants, I'm like, this is awesome, but this place is going under in 6 months.
I would love that job. Like being an experience consultant.
Yeah.
Where you basically like go and do stuff and then you're like, here's where we could iron this process out to make it better.
And if you fix it, it'll make a huge impact on your business. Like a small investment here and there, like will pay off in dividends. I think it'd be super fun.
So if you're listening to this and you want two of the most highly skilled UX consultants in the world, idea at gostillthisidea.com.
UX consultants.
Yes.
That's a great.
That could be yes. Here's the thing. I liked what I had. Experience consultant.
Experience. Yeah. XCs.
Because we're really not UX experts.
That's true.
We are like, I do think same thing. If I went into a restaurant, I could know in 15 minutes, like what the status of this restaurant is.
Totally. And I've been in some restaurants. I'm like, that was smart. This was genius. This place will thrive. And I totally see why.
And places where it's like, I can see exactly why this isn't working.
Totally. Okay. This is Brandon Sparks. When a plan of action, proof of concept, and research were attached to it, if you give someone a treasure map, don't be mad when they follow it.
Truer words have never been spoken. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
But I'm not sure what about.
I have no idea what that's about. This next one, similar. With sustainability, water conservation, pollution reduction, global warming, etc., it surprises me that no one has done more to capitalize on gray water cleaning systems. Okay, this section.
Yeah. I think a lot about this.
Gray water cleaning systems?
Kinda, yeah. Because I'm pretty into like the conservation space on YouTube.
Yep.
And there are like people that build these into their houses where it's like all of their gray water, like all of your gray water becomes your irrigation water, becomes your
sure.
So you're like constantly reusing water in your home for different purposes. And it just seems like super logical to me. And it doesn't feel like there's like a plug and play, the way that people go around selling solar,
right?
Why aren't there people going around selling? The reason is because water's so cheap, right? Like I don't even, like water's not even an itemized part of my rent. I just pay my rent and water's included. And
it's
so it's like, I'm not going to get where electricity is definitely not. Like I'm very aware of my electricity usage. So it would be nice, and I mean, I'm looking into home buying. It would be nice if there was like a system that everybody was buying, that you could have installed in your home that would make use of your gray water.
I mean, it's kind of like soft and hard water. Mm-hmm. Like that's the thing out here in Utah. Like I grew up in Washington where everything was soft water, and I didn't really realize that there was a distinction. Yeah. Now coming here, I'm like, oh, like my shower it's just like lined with calcium or whatever. Yeah. And I didn't know when we were building, I was like, oh, we should put a water softener in our, there's probably something there. I mean, getting in early too, because what's that whole thing on the Big Short, like that.
What?
The Daniel or whatever his name, Matthew Berry for The Big Short.
No idea what you're talking about. I have seen The Big Short, but
at the very end,
don't remember the gray water part.
At the very end of The Big Short, it's like, what's Matthew Berry investing in now? Water rights.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And it's water rights, which is different, but like he clearly views that the price of water it's like gonna go up, and so water, get in while it's cheap. This is from, I can't read Russian. I believe it's Russian. It could be Greek. Okay. What's it with the R is backwards?
I don't know.
Which one's that?
Anyway, it's a person, one of our listeners.
They just wrote the letter T, and that's it.
Okay.
So
T. Get that entry, baby.
You got that entry, baby. You did it. Yeah. Luke Cassell also just wrote how to make money. That's good.
I think we have 14 or 15 great episodes
on how to make money.
Could give you ideas on how to make money.
Totally.
We've covered that thoroughly on this podcast.
and some of these require full businesses. If you're young, we talked about the lemonade stand,
True.
Shopping.
And here's the thing. I listen, shout out to my cousin Eli, who is in junior high and shares the podcast with his friends, which I did not think we had a presence in junior high. Apparently we do.
Turns out.
And
the young entrepreneurs.
Anyway, go in your parents' garage, get some stuff out, put it on KSL or OfferUp.
Yeah.
Start churning that money.
And
then you hit that first couple thousand, you get a bank loan, you make Andre's Kitchen. You're a billionaire by 22.
Love it. This one's interesting. So this is from Graham Myers. He says Ziploc bags that fully unzip on 3 sides and lay out flat so they can be cleaned and reused. Could make them much more sturdy than normal.
Good idea.
Right?
What would even be the barrier to that? If it of course, if it was sturdier.
Yeah, it's sturdier. Cost per unit, I guess.
Well, and there would be some things that would be like easier to put in a Ziploc bag if you could unzip. Like picture a sandwich.
You don't replace.
Unzip all 3 sides. You put it down. You rezip all 3 sides.
Yeah,
good idea. I think that I know there are reusable baggies. I have not yet seen the unzips on 3 side concept, which I'm really interested in. Yeah, you can put like 1,000 in a drawer because they lay flat.
Yeah, something there, Graham. Yeah, I'd have to look into the market there. Maybe
the market is people who want to buy.
Well, sorry, I guess not the market there. It's more the what it costs to get into plastics. Like it's in that there's some fields like that where it's like, if only somebody made this. It's kind of like the peanut butter thing where it's like all you got to do is get into like plastic engineering.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it feels like there's a couple like big chemical companies.
I feel like I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the Zip model is like trademark or whatever it's called. It's like patented.
Yeah.
And so it's like you gotta license the patent for the Zip, and then to do it on 3 sides, it's like the cost for the Zip just like exponentially rises with every inch or something. And then it's like, all right, this is actually not a good idea.
Yeah. Andrew Campbell from Provo says a cross section of television, advertising, and video games. I believe that these three categories will mix in unique and exciting ways. One idea of mine, an NBA video game TV show advertisement hybrid. I call it episodic interactive sports narratives with tasteful product placement.
What? It's like my mind. I think you're on to something, Andrew. I just am having a hard time picturing it.
Cross section. So television, advertising, and video games. So
yep. So
it's an NBA.
The end product is a video game, correct?
So an NBA video game TV show advertisement hybrid.
Yeah. I think I'm into the basic concept, which is what if there were video games with an episodic format?
So kind of like the Telltale games. We played those.
Mm-hmm.
So those are kind of episodic,
yeah.
Right? But more
and
like more like Madden, where it's like in the real world, not in Batman or Walking Dead. And then because it's in the real world, you can have.
I'm surprised that product placement isn't a bigger part of video games, to be honest.
I mean, it is surprising it's not like everywhere.
It's not.
Have you seen Death Stranding?
No.
That's that new Hideo Kojima game.
Uh-huh. Is it product placement?
Well, he's like this like virtuoso. it's like his swan song type thing. And it's like a really interesting, weird game. But randomly, so like Norman Reedus is like, it's like this whole walking simulator thing.
Yeah.